G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic sock show on the internet. And I'll just take my Spurs hat off for a second. I was unaware of what was going on with Luis Diaz, his family situation, until I saw Jurgen Klopp's press conference after the game. And you know, if him scoring that goal, I mean, which is an amazing feat he's done there, him scoring that goal eases a little bit of the burden he's under, and by extension his other family members and friends and teammates and staff at Liverpool and the Liverpool fans, then, you know, that's a good thing. You know, football can do things like that. Can't always fix problems, but it can help you face them. So if it's helped just a tiny little bit, that's a good thing. Anyway, I'll put my Spurs hat back now, get it all lined up. You join me here at my world-class training facility here. You see, there's some, you know, there's a healthy bit of turf there, and Eric Dyer's just training on his own. It was a good weekend. It's been a good weekend of fixtures results-wise for Spurs this weekend. We're starting to see some rivals dwindle and drop off. Liverpool's late goal wasn't enough to get 3 points. A 1-1 draw. It was looking like 0-0 for quite a long time. Then Luton Town went ahead until Liverpool came back and equalised near the death. But that's great for us. 2 points dropped by Liverpool, 3 points dropped by Arsenal. Who's to say Spurs can't win the league? If we win tomorrow against Chelsea, who think that they've got a rivalry with us, Chelsea, I mean, come on, your derbies with QPR or Fulham, or at the moment Brentford, that's your glamour fixture. There is only one derby in London, and that's Tottenham versus the scum. So I know they like to yap. You know, it's like a little brother. Oh, can I play? Can I play? If we beat Chelsea, there's nothing any other team can do about it. We will be returning to our rightful place. Tottenham Hotspur, the greatest football club the world has ever seen. A rightful place back at the top of the league. Now, I thought Jurgen was actually quite classy in his press conference after the Luton game. He did mention Luton wrestling. I think the whole mood was tempered by what's going on with Diaz, but I expected him more to go in on the attack on Luton, the style of play. But, you know, I think Jurgen did all right, as opposed to old Arteta the other day, who completely lost his nanas, threw his dummy out the pram. I mean, the things he was saying. I hope the Premier League can put their Arsenal bias and favouritism to one side for a second and slap him with a huge fine. Give him a suspension. You know, Arteta, if the Premier League is that bad, you know, you're biting the hand that feeds you here, man. I'm sure maybe some Arsenal fans aren't too happy with what he's saying, and supporters of all sorts of clubs. I mean, a lot of people say that the Premier League is the best league in the world. I don't know if that's true or not. It's definitely not the worst. Not what Arteta's saying. They've cracked, man. Arsenal have choked already, so we're going to see them fall away. I think it's turning into a two-horse race so far. We've got Manchester City, who seem to be doing well. Liverpool, not well. Remember when we beat Luton? All the pundits and personalities were saying, oh, Spurs haven't beaten anyone. They barely beat Luton. They can't score against a low block. Sonny goes missing against a low block. Well, we won, didn't we? We won, we got 3 points. And it's those matches that accumulate over the course of a season, those results, those deltas, I believe. You know, that's a 2-point delta over Liverpool in that result. They accumulate over the year, and the team that manages to win those games, that's who becomes champions, isn't it? Same every year. Okay, there's you know, you look at these smaller clubs or lower place clubs and you think, oh, we should win that, but football doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Chelsea, what's to be scared about? 13th in the league, in a state of absolute disarray. Could this be the game that sees the end of Mauricio Pochettino there? It's possible, isn't it? I don't think Todd Bowley, hey boys, let's go play some baseball, home run. I don't think he's known for his patience. These billionaire types don't tend to have too much humanity roaming around in their human heart. But when there's money involved, oh my lord, they become despicable. But I think Chelsea are running scared. I think Ange has got them on the run. It's like they're so scared of him, he might as well be Count Postecoglou. In fact, no, that's the bad guy, isn't it? Dr. Ange Helsing. And we're gonna put a stake through, figuratively, I'm not being real here, a stake through Chelsea's fetid carcass of a football club. I think we're going to go in there. I think we're going to get an early goal. I think those spells of attack that we've been having, where we haven't got one through the back of the net, we haven't put the round thing through the rectangle successfully, but lots of pressure. Maybe this is the game where that starts coming off. An early goal, and I think you'll see Chelsea wilt, and their ambition and passion will drain away quicker than all the Chelsea fans scarpering out of White Hart Lane to avoid embarrassment, maybe hiding their shirts, you know. Oh no, I'm not really a Chelsea supporter, you know, not that there's any shame in that, but I think the early goal will put them under pressure. I don't think they've got the intestinal fortitude to stand up to us, and I think it could be a good old result here. I'm leaning towards 3-0, perhaps 4-0. And I think it will be nil, because Chelsea seem to be struggling to score goals. And it's much, much more than any striker. It's the team. The team does not function as a unit. It's nowhere near what a football team should be. They're all over the place. They're trying to play a style of football that isn't natural to the football club. There's their first mistake. They've got a squad made up of players that have been bought based on balance sheets rather than personality, chemistry, how they blend together. You know, football never ever works like that. You just can't do it. Look at Paris Saint-Germain when they get into the Champions League. Rubbish year after year. You can throw as much money. You can have Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. You ain't winning it. You ain't winning it because the team doesn't work. Whereas Tottenham's team is working at the moment. We're on fire. Ange is at the helm. Cool, calm and collected. The Fonz. And we're going to pick up another 3 points. That'll be 11 games, hopefully without defeat, which takes our unbeaten run up to 12. Now I looked and I checked. I thought our record unbeaten run was 11. It's actually 14, which we've done twice. We've never gotten to 15 games unbeaten in the Premier League, which, I mean, that's a bit weak, eh? But oh well, if we get above that, then it won't be so weak anymore, because once we do that, we're going to keep going from strength to strength to strength. And hopefully this will set Ange Postecoglou up nicely for maybe four Premier League managers of the month. Wouldn't that be awesome? I don't know if that's actually been done. It's a definite that no new manager to the Premier League has won 3 in a row. So a couple have won 2 in a row, but never 3. It could be a first for Ange, and we can go back top of the table before we face Wolves next week, who lost against Sheffield United. See, football, it's funny. You know, it's not a computer thing. It's not you know, all statistics and probabilities, they don't count. That just tells you what happened yesterday. It tells you nothing about what's happening tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to the game, 7 a.m. As always, I'll put the call out. If anyone in Sydney knows if the game's being shown at the Surrey Hills Hotel, drop a comment. I won't reply, but I will read it, and I enjoy reading your comments. I don't reply to them, but you know, when I'm driving around all day doing long hours, now and then I pause, read the comments. They give me a bit of a chuckle. So thanks very much, folks. Thanks if you click like and subscribe and all that. Over 200,000 views, very happy with that. Channel's going very, very nicely. Until next time, peace and love, man. Peace and love. What's that? Palm Pal. There you go. Palm Pal. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And go on, you Spurs.